Greetings, hello, welcome. So let's talk about trig function, especially inverse trig function. So we are going to look at the following two. Say you are given cos arc sine 4x, and the second one is sec arc tan 4x. And the question generally would look like as follows. Write an expression for the given trig inverse expression. So let's go ahead and answer this question. So for the first one, you would rewrite it as, let's say, cos arc sine 4x, and then from here you just pick a random letter. Let's say let w2 be equal to arc sine 4x. Okay, we know from trig identities that arc sine 4x gives you the angle of 4x. This is what I mean. Say you were given sine theta of a ratio maybe 1/2. We all know that we can write this as theta is equals to arc sine 1/2, which gives us 30 degrees. But what we do not know is what happened to sine. How did it become arc sine 1/2? That's what we'll look at in this video today. So how that happened is as follows. In order to get arc sine, you need to eliminate sine. So to do that, you introduce arc sine. So you would say arc sine sine theta, and what you do on the left hand side you also do on the right hand side, and then you would have sine inverse 1/2. Sine and sine inverse will cancel out, and then theta would be equal to sine inverse 1/2, which gives you theta is equals to 0. Therefore, this is the relationship we'll be using to solve this problem, okay? So that's how we go to w is equals to sine inverse 4x. So let's proceed. If w is equals to sine inverse 4x, then surely 4x is equal to sine w 4x. Therefore, we can write this relationship down. So 4x is equal to sine w. That becomes true, and we know from trig that sine of an angle gives us opposite over hypotenuse. Then we can write this relationship as, on a diagram, represent it as this: opposite over hypotenuse. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. So sine w is equal to 4x. We can write 4x as 4x over 1. Therefore, our angle becomes w, and our opposite is 4x, and our hypotenuse is 1. And that is a valid relationship from Trig. And we can use Pythagoras to get our adjacent side, which becomes 1 squared minus 4x, all of this squared, which simplifies to 1 squared minus 16x squared. So I can rewrite that as 1 minus 16x squared. Cool. Okay. So now we know that this expression here is the same as this. Therefore, we can just go ahead and replace that with w. So cos arc sine 4x becomes cos w. And what do we know about cos w? It's the same thing as the following ratio, as adjacent over hypotenuse. What is that? This is our adjacent, that is our hypotenuse. Therefore, cos w is the same thing as, yes, you guessed it, it's the same thing as 1 minus 16x squared all over 1. So the final expression is cos w is exactly the same thing as 1 minus 16x squared. So this is your final expression. So there you have it. Thank you for your time. Come back for the next video as we look at sec arctan 4x.